Hello, my angels, and welcome back. If you have seen me before on this Guiding Light channel, then you know I have been talking about my spiritual journey. But I feel it is time that I come clean about something. I'm quite intuitive, as you may know, and I have decided that it's time for me to do collective readings. And I have been holding back on this matter because actually did not think that I was good enough. But I have now been confirmed that I actually am, and I just need to do it. What is holding me back? And maybe that is a message in itself for you, collective, that it's watching. Maybe you have something you have been pushing off because you didn't feel like you were good enough. So let's get into it. I have like an idea of how I want to do this reading. I want to make it very simple and hopefully it will find the souls it is meant to find. I believe in that. And if you find yourself here, I already feel like you are a very special collective, because this is a very special reading for me to be doing. Therefore, I feel like if you're seeing this, you must be a very special collective. However, I think I want to start off by kind of feeling the energy around this collective. I have been tapping in a bit throughout my day here and trying to get of an idea of what energy it is that I am meant to be reading for today. The messages that have kind of gotten to me is there could be some conflicts in your workplace. Not that you're necessarily that you are that involved in it, but it's around you and you therefore feel it, and you may be kind of affected by it, like having a hard time not giving into it. Hopefully it makes sense. I feel like for the right collective, it definitely will. I also feel that you are in some kind of a love dynamic. I was about to say triangle, but I feel like you are in a conflict with someone that you have been, or no, you have been in a relationship with. I don't feel like you're together at this moment of time, but you have been. And you as a collective may be a bit angry or a bit frustrated in that dynamic at this moment of time. So I think this will find you to gain some kind of clarity about the matter. But before I say anything more, let's get into it. So I have all of my decks, or some of them, not all of them actually. I have quite a lot. I've been collecting for years, but I would like to start off with these just to get the energy and have it confirm what I have been feeling. So let's see. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Okay. Well, clock. So something that has been taking time. You could have waited a long time for it, or feel like you are waiting a long time for it. It seems more accurate in a way. I think you feel you have waited a long time, and that actually makes sense to the energy I've been feeling. You are the one who is frustrated right here, right now. You think it's taking maybe too long of a time, or you think like you have been waiting a long time for something to come in. You're ready for the progress, but it's not there yet. But I also see like a phoenix, and that could resonate with this feeling sort of being frustrated, but also maybe looking at it as Well, I definitely deserve more. I deserve more than what I have been shown. And if that's the case, I think that's, without knowing it, truly what has been going on, but a beautiful idea of mind. Really seeing yourself and your worth, what you want. It's never a bad thing to come to terms with within yourself. What is it that I want in life? What is it that I feel is valuable to me? What reflects what I am looking for? And that's beautiful. So if that's where you're finding yourself, then beautiful. Then we have the runner. So you could be thinking that you are in some type of runner chaser dynamic, or you could be feeling like the person you're connected to is running. It could also be that that person actually is very much present in your energy. We will get clarity on that. But just to have it confirmed, let's see, what's the clock? What's the clock? Stabbed in the back, okay. So I think that ties very good into it, that you are definitely dealing with some kind of pain here. And you are in separation, yet that just confirms it. You could be feeling like that person has stabbed you in the back. Maybe that's why it needed time for you to deal with all of these emotions that you now find yourself phoenixing, or trying to phoenix. But let's just see one more for stabbed in the back. Seduction. Okay. So I don't know if you know this for a fact, but maybe there could have been some kind of interference. Maybe there could have been some kind of temptation, or someone. I don't know if you know it for a fact. I don't feel like you do, but I think that's where your mind takes you to. But let's just see. Can I have one more, spirit? Oh, it's split on girl with a snake in my hand, but let's just see. Seduction. Girl talk, okay. Well, maybe it's something you have been talking about, or you're trying to not focus on it in any sort of way, but it could be like you have been talking about that with your friends, and you use it as some sort of an excuse, I'm feeling, to not really deal with it, which is odd. I've never thought that before with the cards. But you're trying to be happily single. You're just trying to live in the moment, not give this any thought anymore, which kind of ties into the music. I am very connected to music, and maybe you as a collective are as well, or you like to listen to music at least. But I get a lot of messages from my spirit team about the energy that is around me through music. And the majority of the songs I've been listening to today, or that has been like coming through just when I go to a shuffle, put on a list, and I just, press shuffle, and whatever comes up will come. But that has been like a lot of females that have been singing about, you don't see me, you don't know my worth, very sassy, very, you don't know what you're getting, get the idea. So maybe that is you, that you're kind of like fed up, you don't feel seen, you feel like maybe they have tried to come in seductive, or you feel like it must be that maybe you've heard some things throughout mutual friends, and you're just like, I'm done with this kind of energy. But let's see, what's the Phoenix? Ascending, okay, well, that's good. That's good. So you are transcending through obstacles. You're learning, you're gaining something new within yourself. You're going through these new phases, which is really good. Like, that is really good. Preparing for union, maybe, let's see. Karmic relationship, okay. Will definitely triggers here, and that will tie into this, in my opinion. This is like triggers, to you. I don't think you know it for a fact that there has been some kind of seduction, but you have definitely been stabbed in the back. And I think you tie it to it that there must have been someone else in the mix, or that's what you're feeling like would make sense with the situation you find yourself in. And it has been taking time. So you're focusing on yourself. That's not a bad thing. But if you are like, I don't know why I get like a gossip kind of energy, but if you are like gossiping about the situation, just reflect upon it. Like, we don't need to go out and say anything bad about any person to feel good about ourselves. Then we need to ask ourselves, why is it we feel that need to do that? But thinking it's a karmic relationship, or definitely these triggers, I feel it's more about the triggers, because that would trigger you. And letting go, loving you, which ties into the ascending and the phoenixing, which I think is good. It's more about, is the perspective that you're coming from completely right in every scenario? Maybe you need to reflect a bit about that. Let's see about the runner. Okay. Photographs and passion. And I don't know if it's a sign, but I guess everything now when we're doing a reading, isn't it? But the photograph kind of landed in this first pile, which is clock and stabbed in the back, seduction, girl talk. So maybe it is that person. Maybe it is something about them. But they definitely feel some kind of passion. I don't know right now if the attraction is equal, like liking each other equally, having fun, chemistry. But they're definitely looking at your photos and they're missing you. They feel nostalgic and they want to make new memories. So let's just see. Oh. Okay. Engagement and the snake. I guess could you have been engaged to this person? Maybe you could. Maybe they're thinking about it, that they look at your photos, they're missing you, they want to make new memories. Maybe they're thinking about really committing to this, or they really want this partnership. They want to reach union. They want to be with you. But then we have the snake. So maybe this person feels like they're in some kind of competition. But the other woman, the other man, it could be as well, of course. I don't quite know about that. Can I have one more for engagement and the snake? Twin flame. Well, it would make sense, wouldn't it? With the journey. It would make sense. It would. But yeah, twin flame. Well, definitely someone is feeling the love here. So I think right here, right now, there is someone that you have allocated as a runner in this dynamic. And I think that person thinks you are twin flames. I also think you have been in that belief, but due to the time, it's like not the center focus anymore, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. I feel like you wouldn't excuse the bullshit. With the energy I've been feeling today, again, going back to the music, I think you will stand on business. I really do. kisses and photograph, looking at your photos. And then we have Palm Tree on the bottom of the deck, which talks about stability, security, growing, endurance, flexibility, all good things. But I want to get a bit more into it. I want to get more clear on that energy. If you are the one feeling like this has been taking time, or it is the runner that feels like this has been taking time, maybe it's both of you. Maybe you both feel like you've been stabbed in the back and it's always ended up kind of seductive, and now you're just focusing on this girl talk and you're trying to ascend from it, or phoenix, or this runner is having a phoenix. I think we need to get a bit more into it. So let's just see. Let's just see. I'm just gonna pause the video and find my deck. Hold on. Okay. So just gonna see if I can confirm this a bit more for you, so you really know if that's your collective. There's no reason for listening, wasting your precious energy if it's not for you. My belief. So let's just see. The person that are feeling like a lot of time has passed, that are focusing on themselves, phoenixing and whatnot. What's around that energy? What's around that energy? First card, communication. So someone could be wanting to communicate here. That could be that runner energy. Let's just see. Commitment. Again, I think so. That could be that runner energy. They're thinking about it. They want to commit. It could have been taking a lot of time, and that's why you feel like you're fed up. Let's just see. Intuition, pets. So your intuition right now could be telling you something about your pets, or you and this person had a pet together maybe. But something about the pets, like they're acting differently around you right now. Or you see signs of a pet you may have had together, like you see the breed of dog or something like that. You could also thinking about getting a new pet, but I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you something and you maybe not be paying attention. Divorce, okay. Experiencing a breakup or a divorce. So you could either have been committed to this person like before, or you could have definitely been some kind of a dynamic where you were very much together. It wasn't a situationship, it wasn't a fling or anything. You went through a breakup and apparently you felt stabbed in the back with that. Vacation. Maybe you are traveling soon, or you want to travel, or this person wants to communicate about the travel. But let's just see. Let's just see if we take communication. So they are confirming. Give it time. Everything in divine timing, let things flow. And if you are in that state of mind right now, where you feel you have waited for a long time, then maybe you need to get clear on why is that an issue, if you feel me. The thing is, if we sit there and we obsess about, I need to have this right here, right now, or I'm going to give up, I don't want this anymore, then what we really are telling ourselves and our spirit team is that our ego is very much present. And we want it at our timing because that's our ego's timing. And we don't really trust in the plan that the spirit team has for us. There's always a reason why things are not coming in the way or in the time we want it to. Often or not, it's more about them actually protecting us. That's where I often find myself going to. There's always a reason for it, and I may not know it. We do not know what goes on in the rooms we are not in, but it's not for you to know at this moment of time, and there's a reason for it. Maybe they are protecting you from a situation that you should not be involved in, for something you are not ready to hear because you haven't dealt with the emotions quite correctly, and it will actually end up destroying more than it would end up benefiting you. So I know you think you have been waiting a long time, and you may actually have been waiting a long time, but give it time. Like they are saying it, you are very much protected and you shouldn't be worrying about this. Just let it flow, surrender to it, and talk to yourself about it. Go into that conversation and start asking yourself, maybe journaling about it. Why is it I feel the need to have that communication right here, right now? What is it within me that I feel like I am missing? Let's see, commitment. They'll be back. I think that as soon as you actually let this little thing in your mind go, where you are kind of obsessing about not having had the communication, it will actually come in. It's like right here. They will be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So let's just say, okay, this person wants to come in. You have been waiting quite a long time for it, but there's a reason why I say everything. Everything happens for a reason when there's a reading going on. It's like nothing is, everything is happening for a reason. This person could be coming in with communication, and you have been waiting a long time for it. And it's very beautiful that they have commitment on their mind, I think. They will be back. You have definitely been through a breakup with this person. You could have been traveling together, or you're going to travel together. Maybe they want to invite you out for a travel. Maybe you will have to travel to get to meet one another. You definitely have an intuition, and that intuition is telling you all of this right now. It could be tied into your pets, or you once had a pet with that person. Let's just see. Vacation. And they're confirming, yes, luck is on your side. So stop stressing. Stop stressing. Luck is on your side. It's all coming, but in divine timing, not in the ego's timing. It's all been confirming, and there could have been someone else in the middle, and that was the thing we talked about in the first section. You could have had those feelings. I don't think it has been confirmed. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like that's a thing your intuition has been telling you. If that's the case, then listen to it. No bigger sign than what your body's emotions are telling you. However, I think hearing that person out, that will help you a lot. But let's just see someone else. Someone could have been confused, maybe about their sexuality, but definitely figuring themselves out. And maybe they are still trying to do that. If that's the case, then nice and slow, nice and slow. Let's just see sexuality. Move on. So maybe that's what you were trying to do. And that's what happened. So moving on, someone is available if it's a waste of time, or that's again what you're trying to tell yourself, and you're actually not seeing that luck is on your side. I kind of feel like that is the energy. It would be tying in very much to the first part of the reading, with it has been taking a lot of time, and you're sick of waiting for it, let alone you don't see the signs that it's actually right here in your energy and it's coming in. I know we didn't get the lighting or we get some kind of communication part in the first, but it's around your energy. The person you are tied to, that could be your twin flame, is definitely thinking about it, and they are looking at your photos. They're feeling very nostalgic. They are missing you. So let's just get a little bit more into it. I feel like I need to get you some clarity about the matter. What was that? Isolation. That person could be very isolated at the moment, or you could feel like that. There is a tendency to push people away by isolating yourself from uncomfortable situation. Looking into new ways to break down the walls, to create better ways to connect with others. Don't keep your light to yourself. Open up to share it. Anyways, let's just see. My angels, the person that I'm connecting to, what do they need to know? What do they need to focus on right here, right now? What do they need to know? What do they need to focus on right here, right now? Denial. You are in denial. You do not see this. You do not see it. There's a situation that you are refusing to see clearly. My angels, living in denial can create false scenarios to see things that are not there. Girl. You can do better. Honey. Don't be doing that to yourself. Like, if you don't know for a fact, then don't give it your energy. I know it can be hard. We want to connect things. Like, I get that. We want to tie the knots together in our minds. Sometimes you just don't know. Try to surrender to it. They're telling you, surrender. Just surrender. Don't think all of this negativity. What do you think it's going to do to your threads? If you believe that you are tied together and you think all of this negativity, what do you think that person will feel? And if you want them to feel like that, you need to have a conversation with yourself, my opinion. You need to try to sort that out within yourself. What is going on? Why do I feel this? Try to gain understanding within yourself. That's the way you ascend from this. And maybe you are going through it right now. And this is just to confirm that what you are, in fact, doubting yourself about is true. You are in denial. You don't see this. Dig deeper into the truth of the situation. It ends off with this card. Dig deeper. See beyond it. You do not know what goes on in the rooms you're not in. You don't. And if you and this person haven't been talking for a long time, how would you know? If you don't think that they are capable of change, how did you actually be capable of that? If you look at yourself, from the time you were together to the time that has passed until now, didn't you change? Didn't you grow? Didn't you evolve? Didn't you gain new clarity, new beliefs throughout that? Don't you think the person connected to you is capable of the same thing? Everyone can change. It's a matter of mind. Maybe that person really wants to. And you sitting here being denial, creating false narrative within yourself, it doesn't help you. I don't think it makes you any more happy. It just gives you an excuse to be angry at that person. Instead of trying to figure out within yourself, why is it that I need to do that? Why is it that I feel like that's the only logical explanation? Let's see. Let's get some more clarity on this. So the person I'm connecting to, what do they need to know right now? What do they need to know right now? false narrative is just confirming. My angels, you are. Be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Having a negative narrative is destructive and simply not true. Stop listening to your ego-based story that is laced with falsehood and old conditions. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. I just think it's very, what's the word, like tragical comic. Like, you are telling yourself all of this negativity, and instead of actually giving yourself peace and grace, you're creating even more storm, even more chaos within yourself. You are putting so much wood on that, excuse me, I was about to curse, but putting so much wood into that fire, and there's no need for it. There's no need for it. There's no need. For every negative thing you say, counterattack that by saying 3 positive words. Maybe that's something you should be doing. Every time you catch yourself thinking negatively, you have to start saying 3 positive things. This is very much a victim mentality outlook, I feel like. Like, don't listen to that ego. I think what's coming to me, I think you need to go look yourself in the mirror, honey. Go look yourself in the mirror and start asking yourself these questions. Why is it that I feel the need to think all of this? What is it within me that is so broken that is my outlook on the person I believe is somehow connected to me, and we are twin flames? At some point during this experience, you thought that. And now you're questioning it because you let your ego run your mind and come up with all of this negativity. We need to get that sorted out, honey. We need to get to. One more, Spirit. Denial and false narrative. Betrayal. You feel like you have been betrayed. You feel that. But the situation will be revealed to you and the intention behind it, whether it's you betraying yourself in some way or another person or situation. You are being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinders the clarity that is needed. Just like we said, you need to go gain clarity on this matter. You need to listen to your intuition. What is it telling you? I think it's screaming at you. And I think there's a lot of signs in your energy telling you otherwise, but you refuse to listen to them because you have created this false narrative within yourself that you feel it's the only logical explanation to a situation. But you're in denial. You're in denial. You do not see this correctly, honey. We need to sort that out. I need to sort that out. I feel like I should pull one more card. Spirit. Or 2. It's an old condition, an old belief system. You need to release it. That's what they're saying. So you've been about this roundabout before, I feel like then. It's an old condition. It is time to release the old conditions and to step into the new way of being. The old story and past cycle of blame, shame, and guilt needs to move out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry. Unload what has been weighing you down. Again, surrender to divine timing. Surrender to spirit. Surrender. Romance, love. It's like you don't see it. Honey, Cupid has entered your heart and has awakened you to love and romance. But the timing of a different vibration, having a newfound love for yourself, will create an opportunity for a new chapter. with possibility and cultivating a healthy relationship. Honey, we need to shift this. Like, it's that old thing has to go. And it could be, I get that, it could be what you are phoenixing from. I get that. But I still think these cards being here and this coming out at the very end, that's what you're going through. That is what you're going through right here, right now. See the lesson. See it. You need to, you need to, what is it called? Like, recycle these emotions and turn them into your power, but in the right way. Not by blaming, not by shaming, not by putting a lot of negativity and listening to your ego. You need to find a way to release it. And I think it's going to come if you start asking yourself some uncomfortable questions. And I don't mean this in a negative way. I genuinely feel you could not easily, but kind of easily shift out of it. But you need to start having those conversations with yourself, where you go to the mirror and you, for one, affirm yourself and your greatness. But I also feel you need to be asking yourself, why is it that I turn to that narrative within myself when all of these triggers come up? When all of this comes up? Why is it that the belief system I keep turning back to, it's the same old one of thinking everything negative? Well, they were with someone else, they did this, they did that, but you do not know it for a fact. You don't have any proof. It's just a story you keep telling yourself. You need to ask yourself that. That needs to be cleared out so we can release it and come into this new cycle, because it's literally there. It's in your energy. And what do you think will happen if that person comes in wanting to communicate genuinely and want to commit to this, want to start something new? You're going to bite their fucking head off. I'm sorry, but you are. You're going to bite their head off. And you don't want to be, you're going to be like this. I don't want to hear it because you did it, you did that. And then a person has to explain to you that everything you thought in your head was not true. Will you believe it? I'm having a hard time thinking you will. I think that you will stick to that because that's what you've been telling yourself. We need to get that out. Maybe they want to come in and lead. Take some leadership. Maybe they will. And create better boundaries with communication. Like, be open about it. When that person comes in, tell yourself that it has been hard. Not them, but tell them that it has been hard. Tell them that. Be transparent. Don't hide yourself. Don't put on a mask. Don't put on a front. Don't put on a facade. Because what you're going to be met with, what we create is what we attract. Just think about it. Think about it. Okay. Where do we go from here? I feel like we maybe need some angel messages, and then I think I want to do tarot, but I want to do we tap in a bit to the person you're connected to? I'm not quite sure. Do we get something about their intention? Maybe. Let's see. But I'm just gonna look into these oracle cards about energy, and we'll see what comes out. So what comes out, my spirit? What do the message we need to relay to this collective? What do they need in this moment of time? I think it has to be something about gaining back your trust. But let's see, my angels. Door to spirit. Number 32 could be a significant number. Let's just see. Spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. The door opens onto the expansive energetically realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the elderly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. The door opens onto truly uh, unlimited potential for the changes that happen when reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing power in the spiritual art and deepening connection with the spiritual world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practice. Now it's the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. So that could, I want one more for that spirit. Goddess of the moon. Number 52. That is nice. I think you have such a potential, but you need to shift out of this. You need to get all of that negative process of thought away from you. You need to really phoenix through it. And definitely why this is finding you. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. This card shows an eternal spirit holding a bright, reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear water of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched. I just need to turn the page. Maybe that's a sign in itself. You need to turn the page. But her arms are stretched upwards, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. Maybe you need to stand under the moonlight. Maybe you need to go out and look at the moon tonight. Stand under that beautiful moonlight. Look up at the moon. Talk to the moon. I think you do. I think you do. And you could be feeling very connected to the moon as well. You could. And maybe that song, that Bruno Mars song is very significant to you. Talking to the moon. Could be. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insight from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information and all type of issue, and now it's the time to use it. Well, that's what we have been talking about, like your intuition and your pets. But you don't see it. Not right here, right now. I think you're starting to, but you're questioning it. If you're seeing it right, because you have been telling yourself that old story for so long. You need to release that. The goddess of the moon brings you all sort of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you can get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. And that's what we talked about with the why things happen the way it's supposed to, and why something takes time, and what happens in the rooms we're not in. That is it. You don't always know. You don't know why we do this and why we do that, but believe that there's a reason for it. There's a reason that you were being protected. There is a reason that you turned left instead of right. There is a reason for everything. Don't. It just cut me off. I'm sorry. What I was saying, I feel like this collective needs a bit more wisdom to Yeah, but we're gonna read the Hermit. Yeah. The hermit might face demons in the form of frustration or restlessness, of unproductive or out of fear of emptiness and abandonment. Solitude might feel unnatural, especially after the noise of a modern life. It feels it, if these feelings rise, remember how potent this seemingly dormant period can be. What can you what can you underneath that usually lies burdens beneath the burst of your day. Hermits listens and learns. Winter is a necessary period for rest for the earth, never hindering spirit from returning exactly where it is supposed to return. And at least here where I am, it's a winter period right here, right now. So maybe go into that hibernation, go into that reflection, go and reflect. Do you hear that? Go in and reflect upon all of this. I desperately think this collective needs to be more mindful of what you're thinking. What kind of garden do you want to grow? What is it that you want out of life? You have something here, clearly, that will help you, and that you are able to do in this moment of time, but it may cost you something. And we have the Fool and the Hierophant. It's beautiful, my angels. That's beautiful. But oh, that fell down as well. I just want to give you a couple of oracle cards. Sometimes the words, they're like stuck in here. But these wisdom oracle cards, so Spirit, take the wheel. What kind of message do we need to get to this collective? Oh. Why? Number 31 and Yang, number 1. So it could be something with your masculine energy, and that will be tying into the King of Wands, wouldn't it? Yang represents the power of action, the energy that propel the world forward and manifest through the desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. Seriously, this collective, you need to shift, because you have so much good that are right there waiting for you. But you keep going back to this old belief system, and they're trying to get you to shift out of it. And I know you are on your way, but there's something here you're not seeing right. There is. They're confirming it in every deck. 31, the why. The why. There is a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you are asking the questions, looking for these answers, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making these choices. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment, and that's what I've been telling you. Go look in that mirror and ask yourself these questions. They are so important, so you understand. Why is it that I keep telling myself this? Why is that the story I keep turning the page to? Confirming it again. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles.
motivate, motive, motives define the nature of your experience when you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisibility, why, is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential of growth. I just want to get one more card, my angels. Cleaning it up. Just one more card, my angel, to get this collective some much needed shifting of process of thought. Deep knowing. Number 33. Sorry. 33. 43, sorry. Oh, got something stuck. Oh, do you know that feeling? Oh, it's like something just gets stuck in your throat. My coffee has gone cold. I will make a new one. But deep knowing number 43. I keep having this itchy feeling. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. Perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural captivity to navigate their journeys, to assess their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and feel all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitation of the human experience. You are giving information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind of 5 senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You are now invited into the scared dialogue of a deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual source. My angels, I think the message is clearly, and again with the moon, there's something so significant about the moon, and I don't quite remember the moon phase we're in right here, right now. But definitely with the next full moon, I think like you're coming into a big release if you can shift the energy around all of this doubt and all of these false narratives you keep telling yourself. And I think it's a thing you have to do, like go out and stand under the moonlight. Get connected to that moon, that feminine energy, your intuition. That's the moon. Feminine, divine feminine energy. Just sit there in stillness. Maybe put on some hertz, listen to that. Ground, center yourself. Stay under that moonlight, my angels. Thank you for listening, and thank you so much for being present here with me and being here for my little start of a new adventure. I will be posting a reading again tomorrow, so if this didn't resonate with you, then feel free to tap in again tomorrow and see if that reading will resonate with you. But for now, Thank you. And hopefully, this gave you the energy you needed to get back in. Get back into that trust that you have within yourself. Listen to your intuition. Tap in. Tap into it. Much love, my angels. I will see you. Bye. Have an amazing day.
Ugh, my camera stopped, but there's a reason for it. There's always a reason. Believe that. There's a reason for everything. You need to trust and surrender to it. Or you might have an idea of a great invention or a stock investment or a spelling something novel. This card could also indicate a significant blossom of physical ability or mediumship, even on a professional level. And that's what we talked about in the beginning when I started the reading. This is a very special reading to me because it's the first collective reading I put out there. You have something like that within yourself, and you have the door to spirit here. And the goddess of the moon. That's beautiful. I want one more. Just one more. Whoop. Okay, two more. Victory and envy. So someone could be envious of you, but 28 and 20. But you have some sort of victory here. Let's just see. I think number 20, envy. We need to go with that first. Lack or dissatisfaction. This card shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and a platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in the silver room looking out of a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores that. She ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere, instead of feeling happy and fulfilled. Her desire for more only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction, and the energy showed in her dress. This card up white is telling you to let go of the jealousy and acknowledge the blessing you already have in your life. You need to shift that energy, honey, and I know you're trying to, but I don't think you're seeing it right. I think you fall back into an old belief system, and they try to so hard to grant you a phoenix so you can evolve beyond it. You can ascend. You need to stop thinking that everything is better on the other side. The grass is greener where we water it. The grass is greener where we water it. You need to start asking yourself some of these hard questions. And maybe also start asking yourself why it is that you feel so codependent to an outcome or a situation taking place when you want it. And why is it? Why is it that that would make you more happy? So you now look for it outside of yourself instead of looking within and seeing that all of the magic, all of the gold you wish for in the world is actually in here. And it has been all along. It's not out there, it's in here. But notice all that you have and thank the universe for it. If this card is near the African in your spread, no, it's not. But now it's the time to move from a consciousness of lack to one of value, definitely. And we talked a bit about that, the victim mentality. I feel like there's a bit of victim mentality in that. Don't be in lack, be in gain. Look at all that you have. And it's such a good thing to daily be thankful and appreciative of all that we have. I don't know if you have a ritual, tongue-tied, that you do. I do this every night when I go to bed. When I lay in my bed and I am ready to go to sleep, I kiss myself on the forehead and I spend at least 5 minutes giving thanks to my spirit team for the day I've had, for everything that I've learned, starting from when I woke up until I now lay in my bed. I will go over my day and I will say thank you for everything that I have been shown, that I have been feeling, that I have seen, every smile, every laughter, every stranger that passes me by, every situation within my workplace, every kiss, every hug from my daughter, whatever it may be, I give thanks to it all. I give thanks to having a house I can come home to, a roof over my head, everything. Find that gratitude within yourself. It's so important to have that. Find that, focus on that. You have a victory here. I think that's an opportunity. When we shift the energy, you will feel like you've been touched from the heavens. Number 28. Success and achievement. The card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory with I don't know what that is, in acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on its way, and you have a sense of pride in what you're working to accomplish. That confirms it. I think you're doing something as well, but you are afraid to step into it. This is now your sign. This. You have been thinking about something as well, but I think you push it away. Maybe like I did, you don't think you are good enough, but you actually are. Believe in yourself. Believe. Believe. The achievement may be a great outer success, or it may be a deeper inner change that you have been exerting a lot of effort towards. Enjoy the sense of accomplishment, but be grateful. But be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumphs to bring great changes, but often they may still be inner work to do. I think this confirms that you have the ability to shift it, to gain a phoenix period. You do. But you need to see the lesson clearly. See the lesson outside of the box this time. Release it. Release it. Okay. I don't think I will be tapping in to the person you're connected to. I don't think that's a good idea right here, right now.
So my mic stopped working when I was speaking and it didn't record the last 2 minutes. So I'm just gonna go over the cards again. I decided that I only wanted to tap in to your energy through the tarot to get confirmed what we have been talking about. I don't think it will benefit you in any way if we tap into the person you're connected to. I feel like you wouldn't be able to take that in or have belief in it because you're in the state of mind right now where that is not your focus. And it's beautiful that you are there, but we need to shift the energy around it because you're creating these false narratives and they do not serve you. We need to remove that old energy. So I started pulling tarot. The first card out, Seven of Swords. Again, confirming your tricks you are playing on your own mind. You're thinking lying, you're thinking stealing, you're thinking deceived. You've been deceived, sorry. That's what you're thinking, and you're holding on to it. That's the next card, Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to it, refusing to see it clearly, and you stay stuck in Five of Pentacles, victim mentality. And you could also, on the side note, be going through or feeling like your finances is not where you want them to be. But I feel it's more about this energy that you find yourself in. So what's the advice, Spirit, for this collective? What's the advice? Six of Wands. Believe, my angels, believe. Believe it. Believe it, you have the opportunity, and so did Spirit say in the last point, or in the last sequence of this video. You have a victory here. I feel like you're so close, but you need to alter these things. King of Wands. Why King of Wands? Oh. 9 of Wands. Something you have been fighting for, or one more. Four of Swords. 5 of Cups on the bottom. But 4 of Swords. There's something here you need to reflect upon. You need to find stillness and put down your wands. What's the victory, Spirit? The victory. Ooh, ooh. Queen of Wands. Hold on, they fell. Oh, can I get them? 10 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Are you kidding me? That's your victory. That is what is my angels. That is what is right there. You need to release it. You have so many good things coming in if you just will shift that energy. Shift that energy. Work it out. Talk, communicate. Be true to yourself. Communicate clearly. Set boundaries, but with love and with grace. You don't need to bite someone's head off to be heard. Five of Cups. 6 of Cups, sorry. It's the Twin Flame card. Like my angels, I think it's very clear. Very clear. Shift that energy. Shift it. I feel like I need to ask Spirit, what is the biggest sign I can give you right here, right now, to like get you to shift this energy? I have this is a very special deck for me. Like, it's a folklore, it's called. Maybe you could be a bit like me. You like the medievals. Isn't that what it's called? Like medieval century? Now I'm having doubts. Is that what you call it? You know, the time with knights and stuff like that. Anyways, the collective spirit that I am reading for. What's the biggest? What's the thing that is the most important for them to know right here and now, to shift out of this energy, out of this 7 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles? What is it they need to hear to shift out of it? What is it they need to hear to shift? I get like a card in my mind. It's called, I think, Clearing Out. Let's see. Moon phase. Okay, again confirming. Moon phase. How can you radiate light in the dark? Sleep could be significant. That's on the bottom. Number 31. Meaning, surrender to the cycle natural of life. There is time for everything. This is just as it is just as impossible to constantly achieve as it is for the moon to remain full. Celebrate victories when they happen, but know the dark night of the soul, just like the dark moons, are temporary. No phases last forever, and each phase is dependent on the one that precedes it. Besides, darker times offer the gift of a remarkable fertile ground and a rich milieu of possibilities. I'm not sure I'm saying that word correctly, but it ties so beautiful into this reading, my angels. It really does. It really does. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. Everything is a cycle. Everything is a phase. It's how we perceive it. Beautiful. One more. Oh. Silky? I don't know how you say that. Silky? Number 2. What must be satisfied to find your way home? What must be sacrificed to find your way home? If you don't know it, English is not my first language, but I don't let it hold me back. What does it say? The silky story calls to you when you have lost an essential part of yourself, when you have been captured or stolen from, or are living a life that is not meant to be yours. In captivity, the sleek's luminescence fades. She longs for the freedom of the sea, yet she must sacrifice her new life in order to return. That's a bit interesting now, isn't it? Can we have more for that? Okay, you need to think about how are you protected. And number 34, the hermit, you need to go within. And that's what they're saying again, confirming with the Four of Swords. You need to go within about something here that you are on the defense with. It could be tied into your King of Wands, your twin flame. Number 38, the amulet. How are you protected? And the morning. Just gonna read this to you as well. The amulet. Life is uncertain, riddled with fear, anxiety, and even strokes of bad luck. At times it feels like a breath held in or fingers too shaky to fill empty pages. A talisman reminds you to exhale, to drop the burden of a barren notebook. What form does your talisman take? Is it favorite poem? Tap to your mirror, or I can't say that. Is it a fear? Is it a feather, a charm, or a bracelet that you have as an amulet? Or maybe you need to find yourself an amulet to center yourself, like a gift, something that resonates with your core, When you feel like the world is spinning out of your control, is there something you can cling to, something small but powerful beyond of influence over your fate, like a hag's whispered spell? There is more to the world than meets the eye. And we talked about this. What are you telling yourself? You need to shift that. You need to find something else to move your perspective to, It ties in beautifully. There is much more to the world than meets the eye, which With so much out of your hands, remember that some forces can be hardened to remind us of our agency. That ties in beautifully, my angel. We're just gonna take the Hermit as well. And I feel like we need to end this reading with a bit of more wisdom. Like, I feel like this collective needs